theory. Any system of ideas arranged the rational order and procedure general principle which increase understanding and explanations. 2. School of thought. School of thought is a term that refers to a group of beliefs, ideas that support a specific theory or idea. Psychological determinism. This explains the psychological determinants mm, which define behavior of the person. This idea has long been hatched by thinkers who were cushioned by the belief that it is the psychological equivalence that brought the person to act the way he does. ID. The, this stands for instinctual drive, the primitive part of the individual's mental makeup present at birth. It is governed by the pleasure principle, represent the unconscious biological drive for pleasure. The ID impulses are not social and must be repressed or adapted so that they may become socially acceptable. Ego. This is considered to be a sensible and responsible part of an individual's personality and is governed by the reality principle. It is developed early in life and compensates for the demands of the ID by helping the individuals guide his action to remain within the boundaries of accepted social behavior. It is the objective rational part of personality. Superego, conscience principle, serve as the moral conscience of an individual. It is structured by the values were taught by the parents, the school and community, as well as belief in God. It is largely responsible making person follow the moral codes of society. It is divided into two parts. Conscience tells what is right or wrong. An ego deal, an ego ideal directs to individual morality, acceptable and responsible behavior which not be pleasurable. Oedipus complex. A stage of development when male begin to have sexual feeling for their mother. Elec- Electra complex. A stage of development when girls begin to have sexual feeling for their fathers. Latency begin at age 6. Feelings and sexuality are expressed until the genital stage begin of puberty. This marks the beginning of this mark is beginning of sexuality. Ano, fixated person exhibit the behavior traits characteristic of those encountered during fetal sexual development. An example, infant who does not receive enough oral gratification during the first year of life. Hmm. Is likely as an adult engaged in such as oral behavior or smoking, drinking, or drug abuse and others. Neurosis, a common type of mental disorder used to explain criminal behavior and also referred as hysteria of neurasthenia. Psychosis, a more serious type of mental disorder which can be organic or functional. Psychotic people Mm, Psychotic people lose contact with reality and have difficulty distinguishing reality from fantasy. Impulse disorder, an excessive or unreasonable desire to do or have something an irrational or irresistible motive. Example of these are kleptomania, pyromania, dipsom- dipsomania, and others. You know, schizophrenia, also called dementia of Brixov, characterized by distortion or withdrawal from reality and disturbance in thought and language and withdrawal from social contact. Anxiety, also known as anxiety state or anxiety reaction, characterized by a person feeling unconscious, fearful, anticipant, or apprehension. Apprehension. The person may be irritable, have poor concentration, and overreact to things are that are annoying. Social nerves, also called social nerves, is also called rules of conduct, shared standard of behavior which in turn required certain expectation of behavior in given situation. Society accepted the expected behavior or conduct in society. Set of rules that govern an individual's behavior in others. Socialization refers to the learning process by which a person learns and internalizes the way of society so that can function and become an active part of society. Culture refers to the system refers to the system of values and meaning shared by a group of individuals, including the embodiment of those values and meaning 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 immaterial objective. Sociological determinism. Sociological factors refers to things, places, and people with whom we come contact with and which play a part of determining our action and conduct. These causes may bring about the development of criminal behavior. Cultural transmission. The concept that conduct norms are passed down from one generation to next generation so they can become stable within the boundaries of culture. Social bond. This person has the institutions and process of society according to Hershey. Elements of the social bond include commitment, attachment, involvement, and belief. Strain. Also, the crime is function of the conflict between the goals people have and mean they can use to legally obtain them. Argues that the ability to obtain those goals is class member of the dependent member of the lower class are enabled to achieve these goals which come easily to this belonging to the upper class. Theory of imitation part 1. Individuals imitates others in proportion to intensity and frequently and of their contact. Uh, Theory of imitation part pattern 2. In, inferior of imitation superior imitation superiors. Theory of imitation pattern 3. When two behavior patterns clash, one may take two place of the other. And thank you po.